0.2 seconds faster. Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot moved up 8 positions to take 3rd place, improving by 1.4 seconds. Komodo 3 improved by 0.3 seconds and climbed up 1 spot to 14th. Exciting stuff happening on the track. Sun has made a slick move, now in 3rd place after passing Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot. Winzerius Guy and Matsu Inc. are now up to 5th place, getting ahead of Kazishuk and Chieftain Axe. Retrowalthorn 31 has climbed to 7th place, successfully overtaking Gary Z. Retrowolf 131 makes a strong move up to 6, passing Kazishuk and Chieftain Axe. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Fusion 7 both climb to Pate, leaving Gary Z behind. There's a fierce battle for Pate between Duff Dad and Fusion 7 in a Ferrari 250 GTO, and Gary Z in an Aston Martin Vate 77. CB impressively overtakes Gary Z, climbing to 9th place. Sadrak makes a move up to 11th place, passing Naibi from Team No Name Racing. Naibi retaliates by taking the 12th position from Neotexum. Currently, Cydric and Neotexum are fiercely contesting the 11th position. Simultaneously, Neotexum and Nida are battling it out for the 12th spot. Additionally, Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik have advanced to 25th place after passing Zlanovic 999. Hey there, welcome back to the channel That Space Dough Guy. Great to have you tuning in again for some AI race car action. Susanna Greenberg and Sarah Ironbot advanced to 5th place, passing Retrowolf 131. Naiba climbs to 12th place, overtaking Neotexum. Naiba and Neotexum are locked in a battle for 12th place. Naiba's Ferrari 250 GTO is up against Neotexum's Shelby GT5. 169. Naiba has made a move up to the 11th position, successfully overtaking Cydric. Cydric and Naibi are neck and neck fighting for the 11th position. Green Egypt and Robson 11200 have made a move to 17th place, passing Flammamy. Now Greninjab and Robson 11200 are engaged in a battle with Flammermer for the 17th spot. Edelbach has surged to 18th place, leaving Flammermer behind. Blammermer Knalga 77 and Air Excelsior are fiercely competing for the 19th spot. Sniku 515 and Super Lacroix make gains, advancing to 24th by overtaking Charlie.Doi. Snacker 515 and Super Lacroix have made a strong move to P23, surpassing Samu Sarah and Amy in the process. Zlatanovic's Nina 99 has climbed to P25, overtaking Chaluda.K. Zlatanovic's Nina 99 in an Aston Martin Vate Vantage 77 and Chalu in a Lancia Stratos Zero are currently locked in a battle for P25. Winzerius Guy and Matsu Inc. are dueling it out with Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot for 4th place in their Ferrari 250 GTO and Shelby G569 respectively. Meanwhile, Okayoki 3 and Just Jozik have made gains up to 21st position, overtaking Flammermer. A tight contest now unfolds between Okayoki 3 and Just Jozik in an Alfa Romeo Juliet C2 and Flammermer in a Lancia Stratos Zero. Hugood 3 and Lizylogs have taken the lead, surpassing Decoder Snake. Naibe has climbed to 10th, passing Gary Z. A fierce duel is unfolding for 23rd between Flammermer in a Lancia Stratos Zero and Zlatanovich 999 in an Aston Martin Vate Vantage 77. Amin-san, Winzerius Guy, and Matsu Inc. are in a tight battle for the 3rd position. Neo Texan has made a move up to 12th place, passing Sidrek.Tai. Zlatanovic's 999 has gained ground, moving up to 23rd place after overtaking Snickle 515 and Super Lacroix. Winzerius Guy and Matsu Inc. have made a strong move to secure the 2nd position, successfully passing Hugood 3 and Laserlock Steve. Naiba and Gary Z are currently engaged in an exciting battle for the 10th spot. Naiba is behind the wheel of a Ferrari 250 GTO, while Gary Z is piloting an Aston Martin Vate Vantage 77. Duff Dad and Hughes John 7 have made a solid move to claim the 5th position, surpassing Ritra Wolfon 131. A tight tussle is happening for the 22nd spot between Samu Sarrar and Amy in a Chevrolet Corvette C3 Zrone and Zlatanovic's 999 in an Aston Martin Vantage 77. Well, CB said, "Hey Amy, list top 5 reasons why I did 39 in practice, but now I'm lapping like 43s. I'm pretty much doing the worst out of all the Ferraris. Hey there. Here are the top 5 possible reasons for your change in performance. 1. The track temperature might have increased, affecting tire grip. 2. Maybe there's more traffic out there now slowing you down. 3. Your virtual racing engineer might be napping on the job. 4. A sneaky gremlin might have tampered with your car settings. 5. And finally, perhaps the AI opponents are just having a particularly good day." Naiba slips back to 17th place, while Hugru 3 and Laserlocks drop significantly to 19th. Amundsen makes a move to 2nd place, passing Reacher Wolf 131 in the process. Sniku 515 and Super Lacroix in the Aston Martin Vantage 77 are challenging Samu Sarrar and Amy in the Chevrolet Corvette C3 Vrone for the 21st position. It's a tight battle as they navigate the track. Duff Dad and Yusha John 7 now holding strong in 5th place after overtaking was Serious Guy and Matsu in Petit Tight. Snakova 115 and Super Lacroix make moves to 21st, passing Flamanta T. Flamanta advances to 22nd, overtaking Samu Sarrar and Amy. Duff Dad and Eugene 7 now hold power after passing Reacher Wolfen, Palin 31. Zlatanovic's 999, Sniku 515, and Super Lacroix are fighting for P20. Hugo 3 and Lysolokes are catching up to Chalu, decreasing the gap by 2.6 seconds. Susanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are now in 3rd place after overtaking Duff Dad and Yuji's John 7. The battle for 3rd place is intense between Susan Greenberg and Sir Ironbot in a Shelby G569 and Duff Dad and Yuji John 7 in a Ferrari 250 GTO. Amundsen from Team Nafgum Kings now leads the pack after overtaking Dicadisnake for Pone. Retrolfon. 131 gains ground, moving up to 5 by passing Waziri's Guy and Matsu in Kolikli. While CB is making moves, closing in on Kazashuk and Chieftain X, reducing the gap by 2.6 seconds. While CB said, "Hey Amy, is this far or cap? Hey there. This race is for real, not cap. We've got some intense action happening on the track right now." Dekadeg is showing strong pace in the lead, with Duff Dad and EU's John 7 close behind in second. Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are battling for third place, trying to catch up to the leaders. Dagoda Snake is now in 16 after dropping 8 positions. Komodo Freak has advanced to Pate, passing Cedric. Cedric now holds P9 after overtaking Neotexum. Okayoki 3, Dusjazik and Edelbach are currently engaged in a tight battle for the 14th position. Panda Hero 96 is rapidly catching up to Amundsen, reducing the gap by 502.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Bobardo and Nukem Bokum are locked in a fierce battle with Mama Husta for the 11th position. Keep an eye on Panda Hero 96 as the chase heats up. Retrowolf 131 makes a swift move to claim P2, passing Wazirius Guy and Matsu Inc. Wazirius Guy and Matsu Inc. respond by securing P3, overtaking Kazashuk and Chieftain X. Meanwhile, Kazashuk and Chieftain X push forward to Pfawer, overtaking Duff Dad and Yuzhong 7 in the process. Deco the Snake is now in 14th place, getting past Snalga 77 and Erks Orda Portayu. Puget 3 and Lizaloxt have advanced to 20th place, overtaking Samusurer and Amy. Jialu has made progress to 24th place, surpassing Naibi. Amundsen is making a strong push towards Edelbach, closing the gap significantly by 41.9 seconds. Mama Hasta has progressed to P9 after overtaking Neotexum. The trio of Flammamai, Hugert 3 and Laserloxt, are fiercely contesting the 19th spot, with Flammama in a Lancia Stratos 0 and Hugert 3, and Laserloxt in a Ferrari 250 GTO. Snikova 115, Super Lacroix, and Zlatanovic 999 are locked in a tight battle for the 17th position. Meanwhile, Dufdad and Uzjon 7 have made impressive moves up to 23rd, overtaking Charlie in the process. Snake now holds P13 after passing Okayoki 3, and Just Jazik, Poyas 3, and Laserloxt have advanced to P10, overtaking Samusarar and Amy. Samusarar and Amy have climbed to P19, surpassing Zlatanovic 999. Susanne Greenberg and Sarah Ironbot are neck and neck in the lead, followed closely by Ritra Wolfen, 131. Bringing up the rear is One Serious Guy and Matsu Inc., but it's still anyone's race at this point. Sniku 515 and Super Lacroix make a swift move to 17, passing Samusarar and Amy. Samusarar and Amy climb to P18, overtaking Flamami. Flamami advances to P19, surpassing Hugget 3 and Laserlux in the race rankings. Hugget 3 and Laserlux are on a mission, chasing down Edelbach with an impressive 15.8 second gain. Meanwhile, Flamame, Dufdad, and Uzjon 7 are fiercely contesting the 19th spot in their unique classic cars. And in a surprising turn, Edelbach has made a significant move to 24th place by overtaking Hugget 3 and Laserlux D. Cedric makes a move to 7th place, passing Gary Z. Bobardo and Nukambokum climb to 12th, surpassing Grinijeb and Robson 11, 200. Dufdad and Uzjon 7 advance to 19th, overtaking Flamama. Dufdad and Uzjon 7 advance to P18, passing Flamame. Flamame climbs to P19, overtaking Zlatanovic 999. Jelu rises to P22, overtaking Bobardo and Nukambokum. Edelbach is making a significant move towards Bobardo and Nukambokum, cutting the gap by an impressive 40.6 seconds. Meanwhile, a tight battle for 17th place is happening between Snoko 515 with Super Lacroix in an Aston Martin V8 Vantage 77 and Dufdad with Uzjon 7 in a Ferrari 250 GTOO. The competition is heating up. One Serious Guy and Matsu Inc. now in P2, after overtaking Ritra Wolf on E131. Dakewood Isnate from Team Racing Potatoes has climbed to P9, passing Mama Hasta Datet. Duff Dad and EU's John 7 have advanced to P18, surpassing Flammerme. Bilbardo and Lukembo Kim are making a move on Chalu, reducing the gap by 2.7 seconds. Amundsen has overtaken Edelbock, taking the 24th position. The battle between Amundsen in a Ferrari 250 GTO and Edelbock in an Alfa Romeo Juliet T2 for the 24th spot is heating up. Edelbock is putting up a fight against Huggard 3 and Laserlocks for the 25th position. The Alfa Romeo Juliet T2 is tangling with two Ferrari 250 GTOs, creating an interesting battle for the back of the pack. Komodo 3 slips to P19 after losing 6 positions. Knalga 77 and Erics are advanced to P13, passing Snaku 515 and Super Lacroix. In turn, Snaku 515 and Super Lacroix climb to 14, overtaking Duff Dad and EU's John 7. Baker Gironi said, "Hey Amy, say something nice about the Hondas on the field. Honda Civics are representing well out there on the track. They may not be the fastest, but they got style and endurance to keep going." Zlatanovic's 999 is gaining on Flammerme, reducing the distance by 2.1 seconds. Bilbardo and Lukembo Kim have advanced to P22, surpassing Amundsen from Team Nafgum Kings. Amundsen has climbed to P23, overtaking Huggard 3 and Laserlogs in the process. Neo Texum drops to Tezing team, while Grenanjeb and Robson 11200 are now at P18 after falling back. Knalga 77 and Erics are advanced to Belaven, surpassing Duff Dead and EU's John Sylvan in the rankings. One Sirius guy said, "Hey Amy, who has the fastest 5 laps so far?" Hey there, was Sirius guy. The fastest 5 laps so far belong to Dakota Snake in the Ferrari 250 GTO, with a blazing time of 1:39.578. They're definitely tearing up the track. Cedric is steadily gaining on Gary Z, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Komodo 3 has advanced to P19, overtaking Neo Texum. Bobado and Nukem Bokem have climbed to P21, surpassing Graninjeb and Robson Liven 200 in the rankings. Amingson has made a move up to P22, successfully overtaking both Graninjeb and Robson 11200 in the process. Welcome back to Shinosti. Good to see you again. Let's enjoy some exciting AI race car action together. Gary Z has made a bold move to secure the 5th position, passing Snake on the track. Bob and Amy are in the lead, followed by Dave and Maya with Brian not far behind. The action is heating up as Serious Guy and Matsu Inc. are making a move to the front. Retro Wolf 131 is holding steady, and Kazushuk and Chieftain Axe are looking to make their mark on the race. Okayoki 3, and Just Jazik climb to 7th, passing Duff Dad and Euse John 7. Duff Dad and Euse John 7 now hold 8th, overtaking Suzanne Greenberg and C. Ironbot. Susanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot move up to 9th, passing Snaku 515 and Super LaCroix. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot make a strong move to claim 8th place, leaving Duff Dad and Use John 7 behind. The battle for 8th is heating up between them in their respective Shelby G569 and Ferrari 250 GTOO. Komodo 3 gains ground, surpassing Sidrek to secure 17th place. Naibe is making a strong push, narrowing the gap by 5.6 seconds to catch up with Hugger 3 and Lazy Logs D. Mama Hasta is climbing up to 5th place after overtaking Gary Z. Naibe's determination is evident as they continue to close in on Hugger 3 and Lazy Logs with a 5.6 second reduction in the action. Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot made a strong move to 6th, surpassing Duff Dad and Yujun 7. Duff Dad and Yujun 7 then advanced to 7, overtaking Okayoki 3 and Just Chazit. A heated battle is unfolding for 7 between Duff Dad and Yujun 7 in a Ferrari 250 GTO and Okayoki 3 and Just Chazit in an Alfa Romeo Giulia Stu Tulit Austin LP. while CB skillfully takes the second position by passing Retrowolf in 131. Mama Hasta impressively climbs to 4th place, surpassing Kazushuk and Chieftainax. Mama Hasta is in a heated competition with Kazushuk and Chieftainax for 4th place. Mama Hasta drives an Alfa Romeo Giulietta ZT-Wu, while Kazushuk and Chieftainax pilot an Aston Martin Vate. Vantage 77. Flammame is making a rapid climb, passing 4 cars to secure the 7th position. Meanwhile, Decadersnake from Racing Potatoes is also on the move, overtaking 4 cars to claim the 9th spot. On the flip side, Duff Dad and Eus John 7 are encountering difficulties, plummeting down 12 positions to 18th place. Zlatanovic 999 is making impressive progress, catching up to Samisura and Amy by 18.9 seconds. Kazushuk and Chieftainax have climbed to P9, surpassing Retrowolf in 131. Knalga 77 and Eric Za are gaining on Snickerfoot 115, and Super Lacroix, reducing the gap by 3.3 seconds. Naibe is on fire, cutting Edelbock's lead by 44.6 seconds. Komodo 3 making moves, now at P13, after passing Cholu. A tight duel between Chalu and New Texan from Team Nafgum Kings for 13, showcasing some impressive driving skills, with the Lancia Stratos 0, and Shelby, Giga 500. 69. Duff Dad and Eus John 7 are making a move, closing in on Grainy Jeb and Robson Event by 2.2 seconds. Naibe is also on the move, reducing the gap to Edelbock by 3.3 seconds. Flammame the Lancia Stratos 0 is putting up a fight against Decadersnake in the Ferrari 250 GTO for the 7th position. It's a tight battle between these two iconic cars. Flammame advances to 7th, passing Decadersnake. Bobado and Lukembokem now in 15th after overtaking Chelu. Sidrek skillfully overtakes Chalu, climbing up to 16th place in the race. The competition is fierce between these two drivers, with Sidrek in a Holden Monaro GTSE 73, and Cheyu in a Lancia Stratos 0. Mama Hasta now in P2, surpassing Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot. Susanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot now in P3, overtaking, well, KCB. Dave Snake from Team Racing Potatoes has advanced to C1, passing Flammer Meg. Okayoki 3. Injusjazik have slipped to 11th place, facing difficulties on track. Dave Snake from Racing Potatoes advances to 6th position, passing Kadishok and Chieftain-X. Kadishok and Chieftain-X move up to 7th place, overtaking Retra Wolfen 131 in the process. Impressive move by Wauk CB to secure 5 by passing Dakota Snake. Amundsen from Nafgum Kings now in 14, after overtaking Cydric. The battle for 13 is heating up between Amundsen's Ferrari 250 GTO and Cydric's Holden Monaro GTS 73. Hug 3 and Laserlocks are rapidly closing in on Chalu, reducing the gap by 9.5 seconds. Mama Hasta is making significant progress, catching up to Winzerius Guy and Matsu Inc., now only 2.4 seconds behind. Katsushok and Chieftain-X have advanced to 6, surpassing Wauk in the standings. Cydric in the Holden Monaro GTS 73, Guninjib and Robson 11200 in the Shelby G569 are fiercely contesting for the 15th position. Hugged 3 and Lysologst have made impressive progress, now in 24th place after overtaking Chile. Doyle. Hugged 3 and Laserlogst in the Ferrari 250 GTO are currently battling it out with Chalu in the Lancia Stratos 0 for that 24th spot. Mama Hasta is making a strong comeback, closing in on Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot by 37 seconds. Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot have surged ahead to claim the top spot, overtaking Mama Hasta. The competition is heating up as Mama Hasta continues to chase down Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot with determination. Nybe is making a serious move, catching up to Hugged 3 and Laserlocks by 37.7 seconds. Dakota Snake is inching closer to Winzerius Guy and Matsu Inc., narrowing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Greninjib, Robson 11200, Duff Dad, and EU's John 7 are locked in a tight battle for the 15th position, with different classic cars displaying their strengths on the track. Duff Dad and EU John 7 have advanced to 14th place, successfully passing Bobardo and Nukembukem. While CB is now just 2 seconds behind the Kodersnake, Groningen and Robson 11200 have made a move to 15, passing Cedric. Cedric also climbed up to 16, overtaking Bobardo and Nukembukem. Sneaker 515 and Super LaCroix advanced to 17th place, surpassing Okayoki 3 and Just Jazz It. Okayoki 3 and Just Jazz It climbed to 18th place, overtaking Samusurara and Amy. Samusurara and Amy now in 19th place, passing Nalga 77 and Eric Ciarta. Jello is making a strong move, catching up to Bobardo and Nukembukem by 40.4 seconds. Neo Texan of Team Nafgum Kings is gaining on Gary Z from Team No Name Racing, reducing the distance by 3.3 seconds. Duff Dad and EU's John 7 have advanced to 12th place, passing Amundsen in the process. While CB makes a strong move to grab the 4th position, surpassing Kazashuk and Chieftain-Axe. Retro Wolfone 131 is on the move as well, advancing to 7th place by overtaking Gary Z. Meanwhile, Gary Z secures the 8th spot after passing Decuder Snake. Woon Serious Guy and Matsu Inc. have surged to P2, surpassing Mama Hasta. Komodo Threek and Amundsen are fiercely contesting for Pen. Komodo Threek's Chevrolet Corvette C3 throne is head-to-head with Amundsen's Ferrari 250 GTOO. Samusurara and Amy have climbed to pay team, overtaking Nalga 77 and Eric Zera. Komodo Threek in the Chevrolet Corvette C3's throne is dueling with Duff Dad and Use John 7 in the Ferrari 250 GTO for the 11th position. The competition is heating up between these three drivers. Gary Z making a strong move up to 7th place, passing Retro Wolfone 131. Duff Dad and EU's John 7 also climbing the ranks to 10th place, overtaking Amundsen in the process. The race is heating up with these strategic overtakes. Baker Gironi and Maya are gaining on Panda Hero 96, reducing the distance by 2.3 seconds. Neo-Texum, in the Shelby GT569, is fighting Duff Dad and John 7, in the Ferrari 250 GTO, for the 9th position. Duff Dad and John 7 made a move up to 9th place, surpassing Neo-Texum. Komodo 3 advanced to 11th place, overtaking Amundsen in the process. Amundsen makes a solid move to secure the 10th position, passing Groningen and Robson 11,200. Groningen and Robson 11,200 swiftly climbed to 11th, overtaking Cedric Ductel. Senko 515 and Super Lacroix show their pace, advancing to 14th, passing Komodo 3. Satanovic's 999 has made a move up to P19, surpassing Komodo 3. However, Komodo 3 is swiftly catching up, reducing the gap by 15.3 seconds. The battle between these two racers is heating up. Edelbach is making a strong move, narrowing the gap with Samu Serrara and Amy by 34.5 seconds. Decada Snake is on fire, advancing to 15th place after overtaking Nolga 77 and Aixida Toltika. Edelbach continues to push forward, closing in on Samu Serrara and Amy. Neo-Texum has advanced to 8th place, passing Amundsen Dortwart. Groningen and Robson 11,200 now hold 10th place after overtaking Cedric Diderawan. Cedric has moved up to 11th position, surpassing both Sniku 515 and Super Lacroix. Satanovic's 999 is making moves, closing in on Duff Dad and Yuzhong 7 by reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Edelbach is making a significant move, closing in on Samu Zerar and Amy by reducing the gap by 2.30 seconds. The competition is heating up as these drivers navigate the track. Godfrey and Laserlockst are making moves, advancing to P25 by overtaking Edelbach. Naida is making a strong move, quickly catching up to Hugger 3 and Laserlockst, closing the gap by 10.2 seconds. Edelbach is also on the move, now at P25, after overtaking Hugger 3 and Laserlockst. Wuzerius Guy and Matsu Inc. are making gains on Susan Greenberg and Sir Ironbot, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Mama Hasta has advanced to P2 by surpassing Susan Greenberg and Sir Ironball. While XCB has climbed to third place, surpassing Katsushuk and Chieftain-X. Katsushuk and Chieftain-X have advanced to fourth place, overtaking Susan Greenberg and Sir Ironbot. Zlatan Vitsnyan 99 and Komodo 3 are fiercely contesting the 19th position, with Zlatanovic 199 in an Aston Martin Vantage 77 and Komodo 3 in a Chevrolet Corvette P. Throne. Sadrak is making a significant move towards Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbod, reducing the gap by 8.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Snikufa 15 and Superluck Ra have climbed up to 10th place, passing Okayoki 3 and Just Jazz It. Obado and Nukem Bokum are making a strong move, catching up to Green Ninja and Robson 11-200, reducing the gap by 48.4 seconds. Duff Dad and John 7 are also chasing New Texan from Team Naf Gumkings, narrowing the distance by 3.1 seconds. The race intensifies as Bobardo and Nukem Bokum continue their impressive pursuit, closing the gap by 48.4 seconds. Duff Dad and Yu John 7 have made a move up to 15th place, successfully overtaking New Texan in an impressive maneuver. Duff Dad in the Ferrari 250 GTO is doing it out with Yushan 7, also in a Ferrari 250 GTO, while Natexum in the Shelby GTO 169 is right behind them in this intense battle for 15th place. Greening Jip and Robson 200 are rapidly catching up to Komodo 3, decreasing the margin by 2.8 seconds. Komodo 3 continues to gain ground on Zlatanovic's 199, reducing the gap to just 2.4 seconds. Okayoki 3 and Just Jessic are neck and neck with Dakota Snake, fighting it out for 11th place. In another exciting development, Baker Jeronian and Maya are steadily catching up to Panda Hera 96, decreasing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Exciting times on the track. Mama Hasta has made a swift move, closing in on Waziri Sky and Natsu Inc. by reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Dakota Snake makes a swift move up to 10th place, surpassing Siku 515 and Super Lacroix. It's a tight battle for the 10th spot between Dakota Snake in the Ferrari 250 GTO and Snoku 515 and Super Lacroix in the Aston Martin Vantage 77. Duff Dad and EU Jones 7 are putting pressure on Flammermer, creeping closer by 2 seconds. Retro Von 31 is on the move, narrowing the gap to Amundsen by 7.4 seconds. Gary Z has claimed the 4th position, passing Amundsen from Team Nufcom Kings. Amundsen has counterattacked, securing the 5th spot by overtaking Richard Wolf on 131. Knallgas 77 and RXAR are displaying impressive speed, catching up to Mama Hasta with a significant 42.1 second gain. Okioki 3 and Just Jazik have made a move to claim the 11th position, overtaking Mama Hasta. The battle intensifies as Knallgas 77 and RXAR continue their pursuit, gradually closing in on Mama Hasta. Zlatanovic's 999 in the Aston Martin Vantage 77 is closely contesting with Komodo 3 in the Chevrolet Corvette C3's Rhone for the 19th position. The competition between these two drivers is heating up as they maneuver through the track. Sniku 515 and Super Lacroix are making moves, now up to 8th place after overtaking Cedric. Lamame has advanced to P13, surpassing both Nalga 77 and Eric Sauer in the process. Duff Dad and EU John 7 have advanced to 12th place, surpassing Neotexum. Neotexum has climbed to 13th, overtaking Cedric. Rinning Jeb and Robson 11,200 have moved up to 16th, passing Nalga 77 and Air Itaise Bartokar. Komodo 3 advances to 17th position, passing Decada Snake. Bobardo and Nukembokema gaining on Zlatanovic's 999, reducing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Samo Serrara and Amy climb to 21st place, overtaking Chaluda Tochway. Edelbock is narrowing the distance to Nalga 77 and Eric's Air, reducing the gap by 3.4 seconds. Edelbock is making a strong move, closing in on both Nalga 77 and Eric Serra by 5.2 seconds. A tight fight is happening between Komodo 3 and Dakota Snake for the 17th spot, with Komodo driving a Chevrolet Corvette C3's Roan, and Dakota Snake behind the wheel of the Ferrari 250 GTO. Keep an eye on Edelbach's progress as the race unfolds. Retrowell 431 is narrowing the distance to Amundsen from Team Nafgong Kings, reducing the gap by 3.5 seconds. Susanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are catching up to Amundsen, reducing the difference by 2.8 seconds. Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik are now in 8th place, successfully passing Amundsen from Team Nafgong Kings. Flamame is rapidly catching up to Amundsen from Team Nafgong Kings, reducing the gap by 34.7 seconds. Bobado and Nukambukum are now in the 18th position after smoothly overtaking Komodo 3. Komodo 3 in the Chevrolet Corvette C3. Zron and Zlatanovic 999. In the Aston Martin Bait Vantage 77 are fiercely contesting for the 19th position on the track. Zlatanovic 999 in the Aston Martin Bait Vantage 77 is now locked in a tight duel, with Komodo 3 in the Chevrolet Corvette C3's run for the 19th position. The vintage Aston Martin versus the classic Corvette adds an interesting twist to this mid-pack skirmish. Snuku 515 and Super Lacroix are now in 6th place after overtaking Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik. Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik dropped to 7th, passing Mama Hasta from Team Racing Potatoes, who is now in 8th after overtaking Gary Z. Kazashuk and Chieftain-X are gaining on Walk CB, cutting the distance by 2.2 seconds. Zlatanovic 999 has advanced to pay team, successfully passing Bobado and Nukembukum in the process. Susanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are closing in on Retrowell 131, reducing the gap by 3.8 seconds. Naoga 77 and Ariaxo have advanced to P23, passing Bobado and Nukembukum Taita. Huggett 3 and Laserlux are closing the gap on Edelbach by 2.1 seconds. Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik are now in 5th place after overtaking Mama Hasta. Mama Hasta has moved up to 6th, passing Gary Z. Gary Z is now in 7th place after overtaking Snuku 515 and Super Lacroix. Aminsan advances to 8th place, surpassing Reacher Wolf in 131. Flammamau now sits in 11th place after passing Cedric. Cedric moves to 12th, overtaking both Greninja and Robson 11,200 in the process. Duff Dad and Yujon 7 are making a strong move, closing in on Chalu by a significant 18.2 seconds. Noga 77 and Eric 77 and Eric Serra are on the rise, advancing to P22 and surpassing Zlatanovic's 999. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are making a move on Welk CB, narrowing the gap by 3.1 seconds. Bobardo and Mukambokam have advanced to P23, overtaking Zlatanovic's 999. Duff Dadat and Yuijon 7 are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Chalu by 2.6 seconds. Habit 3 and Laserloxt have made a move up to 25th place, successfully overtaking Edelbach in this intense race. Hugrid 3 and Laserloxt are closing in on Zlatanovic's 999, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Naiba is gaining on Edelbach, narrowing the gap by 3.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Baker, Jeronin and Maya are making progress as they close in on Panda Hara 96, reducing the margin by 2.5 seconds. Naiba from Team No Name Racing is making a move, shortening the distance to Edelbach by 4 seconds. Baker, Yoroni and Maya are making moves, reducing the distance to Panda Hara 96 by 3.6 seconds. Duff Dad and Yujijon 7 are on a mission, closing in on Chalu with a 2.3 second gap reduction. Kazashok and Chieftain X and the Aston Martin Vape Vantage 77 are closely contested with Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik in the Alfa Romeo Juliet's 2 for 4th place. The battle for this position is heating up on the track. Gary Z skillfully climbs to 6th place, making his move past Kazishuk and Chieftain Axe. The trio is now locked in a tight battle for that 6th position. Cedric Grinninjeb and Robson Lovin 200 are currently challenging each other for the 12th spot. It's a diverse mix of cars with Cedric in a Holden Monaro GTA 73, while Grinninjeb and Robson Leon 200 are maneuvering in a Shelby G569. Gary Z is now in 5th place, passing Mama Hasta timed. Mama Hasta Katsushuk and Chieftain Axe are fiercely competing for the 6th spot. Bobado and New Kambukim have made a significant move to 22nd place, overtaking Komodo, Freak. Cedric in the Holden Monaro GTS 73, Grinninjeb and Robson 11, 200 are fiercely competing for the 12th position. Meanwhile, Naiba has made a significant move up to 26th place, successfully passing Hugudfree and Lysologst in the process. Hugudfree and Lysologst are on fire, catching up to Naibi by 44 seconds. Grinninjeb and Robson 11 200 have made their move to 12th place, surpassing Cedric. It's an intense battle for the 12th spot between Grinninjeb and Robson 11 200 in a Shelby GT569 and Cedric in a Holden Monaro GTS 73. Gary, Zed, and Kazashuk along with Chieftain Axe are fiercely competing for the 5th position. Bobado and Nukem Buken have made an impressive climb to 21st, surpassing Komodo 3. Meanwhile, Komodo 3 has advanced to 22nd, overtaking Zlatanovich 999. Katsushuk and Chieftain Axe are now in 5th place after overtaking Gary Z. They're locked in a tight battle for that position. Meanwhile, Cedric is making gains on Flammema, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Duff Dad and the used John Sivin make a move up to 16, passing Cholo. Chiali responds by narrowing the gap to Duff Dad and used Jib 7 by 3.6 seconds. Bobado and Nukemboken make a solid move to P20, surpassing Komodo 3 Dossi. In response, Komodo 3 swiftly advances to P21, overtaking Decada Snake in the process. Decada Snake from Team Racing Potatoes is making a strong push, closing in on Sami Zara and Amy by 50.8 seconds. Amundsen has advanced to 7th place after overtaking Mama Hasta. The battle for Seven intensifies between Amundsen in a Ferrari 250 GTO and Mama Hasta from Team Racing Potatoes in an Alfa Romeo Juliet Stütze type. Gary Z is making a significant move up to the 5th position, passing both Kazushuk and Chieftain Axe. Meanwhile, Duff Dad and Eujon 7 have advanced to the 15th spot, successfully overtaking Flammame. Gary Z and Kazushuk are fiercely competing for the 5th position. Bobardo and Nukambukan are making strides, climbing to 19th place by overtaking Komodo 3. Komodo 3 retaliates by moving up to 20th position, surpassing Chalu in the process. Baker Jerome and Maya are making a big move on Panda Hero 96, closing the gap by a whopping 444.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Mama Hasta and Retrowolf 131 are fiercely battling it out for the 8th position in their Alfa Romeo Juliets 2 and Aston Martin Vate Vantage 77 respectively. Over at the back, Bobardo, Nuken Bokum and Komodo 3 are locked in a tight tussle for 19th place, with a Plymouth Roadrunner 71 and 2 Chevrolet Corvette C3's runs. Dazat said, "Hey Amy, have you seen any Hue crashes before?" "Oh, I've seen some spectacular crashes. It's like watching a blockbuster movie, but with virtual cars." Amundsen advances to 6th place after overtaking Gary Z. Mama Husta from Team Racing Potatoes is gaining on Susan Greenberg and Sir Ironbot, reducing the gap by 2 seconds. Eiko Uri and Maya are making a remarkable comeback, reducing the distance to Panda Hero 96 by 444.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Okayoki 3, Just Jazik, Kazushuk and Chieftain X are fiercely competing for the 3rd position. In another move, Snaku 515 and Super Lacroix have advanced to 12th place, overtaking Greninja and Robson 11200. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot, now in 6th after overtaking Gary Z. Retrowolf 131 advances to 8th, passing Mama Hasta. Duff Dad and Uja John 7, climbing to 12th, surpassing Neotaxum. Amundsen from Team Nafcom Kings jumps to power, passing Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik. It's a fierce battle for power between Amundsen in a Ferrari 250 GTO, and Okayoki 3, and Just Jazik in an Alfa Romeo Giulia Statuba. while CB is making a move on Rosirius Guy and Matsu Ain't, closing in by 2.1 seconds. Sneaku 515 and Super Lacroix are making gains on Cedric, reducing the distance by 2 seconds. Neo Texum has advanced to P12, surpassing Duff Dad and Yuji John 7 in the process. Retro Wolf 131 advances to the 7th position, passing Gary Z in the ongoing race. Renin Jeb and Robson 11,200 are making significant progress, catching up to Duff Dad and Yuji John 7 by reducing the gap by 5.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary Z and Mama Hasta are engaged in a fierce battle for 8th place, showcasing their skills in the Aston Martin Vantage 77 and Alfa Romeo Juliet Stool, respectively. The competition is heating up as Greninja and Robson 11,200 continue to close in on Duff Dad and Yuji John 7. Cedric is now in 9th place after passing Sneaku 515 and Super Lacroix. Sneaku 515 and Super Lacroix now hold the 10th position, overtaking Okayoki 3 and Just Jaze. Jalyu has made a move to 22nd place, passing Deka Darsnake. Sneaku 515 and Super Lacroix are gaining on Cedric, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Edelbach is catching up to Duff Dad and Yuji 7, closing in by 3.1 seconds. Edelbach is making a strong push, catching up to Duff Dad and Yuji John 7, with an impressive 69-second gain. Samasurari and Amy have climbed to 20th place, successfully passing Bobardo and Nukembokum. Edelbach continues to narrow the distance to Duff Dad and Yuji John 7 by 69 seconds. Cedric shows great skill, advancing to 7th position, overtaking Sniku 515, and Super Lacroix, who in turn move up to 8th by surpassing Gary Z. Okiyoki 3 and Just Jazek have advanced to 9th place, surpassing New Texan. New Texan in turn has climbed to 10th place, overtaking Gary Z. Edelbach is impressively catching up to Bobado and Nukembokan, decreasing the distance by 41.4 seconds. Kazashuk and Chieftain-X have jumped to 3rd place, surpassing Amundsen Ditgat. There's a heated tussle between Kazashuk and Chieftain-X and Amundsen for the 3rd position. Kazashuk and Chieftain-X are in an Aston Martin Vantage 77, while Amundsen is piloting a Ferrari 250 GTO Way. Gary Z is now in trouble, dropping 6 positions down to P24. Samusora and Amy are making moves, climbing to P18, surpassing Charlie. Charlie responds by moving up to P19, overtaking Decker the Snake. Berninjap and Robson 11200 have advanced to 15th place, successfully overtaking Gary Z in the ongoing race. Zatanovitz 999 has advanced to 17, surpassing Gary Z in the process. Edelbach advances to P23, surpassing Mama Hasta in the process.
Stop late now. Say, copy.
Mama Hasta said, "Hey Amy, recover me." "Oh no, Mama Hasta. Your AI is running a little behind, but no worries, we'll try our best to recover and catch up in the next race." Hyun's laser lugs are making a rapid advance on Mama Hasta, trimming the distance by 343.7 seconds. Kazishuk and Chieftain-X have ascended to the 3rd spot, surpassing Amundsen Dottie. Snaku 515 and Super Lacroix have climbed to 7th place, overtaking Cedric. Wild CB is making a strong move, gaining on Wazirius Guy and Matsu Inc. by 42.5 seconds. Huggard 3 and Laserloxt are also closing in on Mama Hasta, with a significant 235.8 second reduction in the gap. Wild CB continues to impress, narrowing the distance to Wazirius Guy and Matsu Inc. by 42.5 seconds. Kazishuk, Chieftain-X, and Amundsen are fiercely contesting for the third spot. In another part of the race, Sami Sarara and Amy have now advanced to 17th place after overtaking Dekada Snake. Conversely, Dekada Snake has made progress to 18th place, surpassing Duff Dad and EU's John 7. Amundsen from Team Nafgum Kings is making a swift move, closing in on Wouk CB and narrowing the gap by a substantial 18.9 seconds. The competition between these two drivers is heating up as Amundsen continues to gain ground on Wouk CB Die. Dekada Snake is gaining on Zatanovitz 999, reducing the distance by 2.3 seconds. Okay, it looks like OKOK3 and Just Jazik are gaining on Snooker 515 and Super LaCroix, reducing the distance by 2.3 seconds. Huggard 3 and Laserlogst are catching up to Mama Hasta, reducing the distance by 2.2 seconds. Sami Sarara and Amy are currently in a tight battle for 19th place, both driving a Chevrolet Corvette C3's Rontat T. Meanwhile, Kanaga 77 and Eric's Air are also in the mix, piloting a Holden Monaro GTS 73. The competition is heating up as these drivers strive for position on the track. Sami Sarara and Amy are fiercely contesting P19 in their Chevrolet Corvette C3's Rome, closely pursued by Naga 77 and Erksa Ur in a Holden Monaro GTS 73. Amundsen has climbed to third place, surpassing both Kadishuk and Chieftain-Axe. They're now engaged in a tight tussle for the podium spot. Amundsen is behind the wheel of a Ferrari 250 GTO, while Kazashuk and Chieftain-Axe are steering an Aston Martin Vate Vantage 77. Okay, we've got Okayoki 3, and just Jasic making gains on Sniku 515, and Super Lacroix, cutting the distance by 2.1 seconds. Greninja and Robson 11200 are on the move too, now holding the 13th spot after passing Komodo 3. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are challenging Kazashuk and Chieftain X for 4th place, both in fierce classic rides. Retrolf 131 is gaining on Kazashuk and Chieftain X, shortening the distance by 2.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary Z has advanced to 23rd place, passing Edelbach in the race. Baker Gironis said, "Hey Amy, give everyone but me a 20-lap penalty. I can't do that, everyone deserves a fair chance to race. Let's keep it friendly out on the track." Aminson is making gains on Wauk CB, cutting the distance by 2.6 seconds. Snauka 515 and Super Lacroix have climbed to 6th place, surpassing Kazashuk and Chieftain X. Nalga 77 and Erixa have advanced to 17th place, overtaking Komodo 3. Dakoda Snake has overtaken Zlatanovich 999, moving up to 7th place. Dakoda Snake moved to 14, surpassing Duff Dad and Yuzhun 7. Duff Dad and Yuzhun 7 have climbed to 15, overtaking Zlatanovich 999. Sneaku 515 and Super Lacroix are making a strong move, closing in on Kazashuk and Chieftain X, reducing the gap by 19.8 seconds. However, Kazashuk and Chieftain X have managed to secure the 5th position by overtaking Sneaku 515 and Super Lacroix. The race intensifies as Sneaku 415 and Super Lacroix are once again closing in on Kazashuk and Chieftain X, shrinking the gap by 19.8 seconds. Neotexum showcasing a strong drive, climbing to 7 by overtaking Okayoki 3. In Just Jazik, the battle intensifies between Neotexum's Shelby GT 569 and Okayoki 3, and Just Jazik's Alfa Romeo Giulia. Step toward. Meanwhile, Sidret from Live for Speed makes moves, advancing to P9 after passing Snicker 515 and Super Lacroix. Edelbach is gaining ground on Samus Hurar and Amy, decreasing the gap by 2.8 seconds. Baker Gironi and Maya are closing in on Panda Hero 96, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Komodo 3 is now within striking distance of Nalga 77 and Eric Zar, reducing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Berninchip and Robson Evan 200 have made a move, advancing to 12th place by overtaking Flammenbertin. Deco de Snake has made a significant move, reducing the distance to Flammame by 2 seconds. Knalga 77 in the Holden Monaro GTAs. 73 is trying to hold off Eric's Air in the same car and Komodo 3 in the Chevrolet Corvette C3 zone as they fiercely fight for the 16th position. It's getting tight back there. Zlatanovic's 999 has overtaken Chalu and moved up a position to 3rd place. Deco de Snake is now pressuring Flammame, cutting the distance by 2.1 seconds. Deco de Snake has overtaken Flammame, moving up to 7th position. Kassishok and Chieftainax are making significant gains, reducing the distance to Suzanne Greenberg and Sir Ironbot by 35.6 seconds. Deco de Snake is aggressively closing in on Flammame, reducing the gap by a whopping 20.2 seconds. Okayoki 3 and Just Jazik are swiftly catching up to Neotexum, decreasing the distance by 2:30 seconds. Shout out to Deco de Snake for dropping 100 bits and showing some love for the channel. Thank you so much, your support means a lot. Let's keep the race going strong. Zlatanovic's 999 is now just 2.7 seconds behind Chalu. Dr. Xiu. Chalu is making a move, catching up to Bobado and Nukembakun, reducing the gap by 4.8 seconds. Neotexum is closing in on Richard 431, reducing the gap by 5.2 seconds. It's a tight battle between them. Meanwhile, Chalu has made a move up to 18th place, passing Bobado and Nukembakun. Bubardo and Nukambokum are making a strong move, reducing the gap to Zlatanovic's 999 by 8.5 seconds. Samusarare and Amy are also on the move, narrowing the distance to Bubardo and Nukambokum by 7.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Walk CB and Eminsan are fiercely battling for the second position. Biko 515 and Super Lucra advanced to 8th place, successfully passing Cedric. Neo Texum progresses to 11th, overtaking Duff Dad and Yuja 7 in the process. Duff Dad and Yujan 7 climb to 12th, surpassing Dika Dursney. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are making gains on Walk CB, narrowing the gap by 2.1 seconds. Mama Hasta, Hugo 3, and Laserlux are fiercely competing for the 24th spot, with Mama Hasta in an Alfa Romeo Juliet stew, and Hugo 3 and Laserlux Est both in Ferrari 250 DTO set. Baker Gironi said, "Hey Amy, did you nerf your Hondas because Maya is driving one? Haha, no nerfing happening here. Maya just needs to step up her game behind the wheel of that Honda." Duff Dad and Yuja Johnson are gaining on Flammerme, reducing the gap by 2.9 seconds. Samus Herrera and Amy are also closing in on Chuyalu, cutting the distance by 2.8 seconds. The competition is heating up as these drivers push to secure their positions. Dakota Snake from Team Alpha X now in P12, after overtaking Neotexum Benchit. Mama Hasta in an Alfa Romeo Juliet Stepto. Hagrid 3 and Laserlogs in a fierce battle for P24 with their Ferrari Stati. Mama Hasta in the Alfa Romeo Juliet Seeds 2 is tightly contesting P24 with Huggard 3 and Loiseloxt in the Ferrari 250 GTOL. Keep an eye on this close battle unfolding at the back of the pack. Hey Factious! Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you racing alongside us again. Racing car dashing away. Hurried 3 and Lazy Logs are gaining on Edelbach, shrinking the distance by 2.1 seconds. Wild CB is making a move on Amy, decreasing the distance between them by 3/4 seconds. Amundsen has dropped to P3 as Wild CB makes a bold move up to P22. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are closing in on Amundsen from Team Nafgum Kings, reducing the gap by 4.5 seconds. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are rapidly closing in on Amundsen, shrinking the gap by 38.5 seconds. Susanna Greenberg and Sir Ironbot are closing in on Amundsen from Team Nafgum Kings, reducing the gap by 2.3 seconds.
Is that a podium, boys? Is that a podium? That's a podium. Yeah.
Rachel Olfen, 131, is making gains, closing in on Kazashok and Chieftainats by 2.1 seconds.